welcome to my little workout class for today. I have a very clever name for it that's also horribly punny. It's called March Matness because we're going to be all on a mat and because basketball. So if anyone's favorite team is playing today or this weekend or next week, good luck to you. My med school team played today and we won, so that's awesome. And then my undergrad team plays on Monday, so I'm gonna cheer them on as well. Anyways, this is the only time of year I really watch basketball, and I sort of don't even watch it now, but it's exciting. March Madness is fun. So we have a mat, and that's all you need for our March Madness workout. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so I want you to warm up. We're gonna do a lot of planks to warm up. And just because this exercise is on the mat, please don't be fooled. It is not an easy one. So we are just going to start with a normal plank. So hands are right underneath the shoulders. Your back is nice and flat. You're looking slightly forward, tummy pulled in, and we're just gonna start rocking back and forth. So the reason I know this exercise is kind of hard today because I did it yesterday. I filmed the entire thing. I felt good about it, and then I went to go check my phone and it had died. So I filmed like 5 minutes of the workout and did a long workout and didn't have anything to show for it. So yeah, that kind of sucked. And I was thinking maybe I'll just do it again, but I was all sweaty and gross, and it was hard. I didn't want to do it again. So take two. Take two is going to be even better than take one. So now what I want you to do is you're going to bend your knees and then straighten. So bend the knees, straighten. Bend, straighten. So we're warming up a little bit through the quads here. Continuing to warm up through those abs. Oh yeah. I feel it in my back already. My arms feel really engaged. I want you to bring one leg forward and the other leg. So really slow mountain climbers. Starting to get those hip flexors involved. Now to the opposite elbow. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to open it up into a side plank. We're going to hold it here. Smile. Hope everyone had a good week. I know I said I'd post a video earlier in the week, but I got kind of busy with random weird things. It's a strange week for us. It's called P3 week. So it's physicians, patients, and populations. And it's a week we have in between blocks, like after we finish our major blocks. And doesn't have a really defined schedule, so you just kind of feel like you're running around with your head chopped off. Let's do a few little raises. So while I didn't do that much this week, I feel tired and like I did too much. All right, flip over to the other side. We're starting out just holding it. You can raise that leg if you'd like. We had spring break the week before, so that was fun. Still haven't gotten back into the swing of things. Back to a normal plank. We're going to come down onto the elbows now and do the same thing we started with. So little rocks forward and back. Forward and back. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to bring your knees down. Quick little child's pose. So my lats are sore today. It's the muscle that runs down here. That's a good thing. Means that this workout's going to make your lats sore too. Also, my abs are really sore. I mean, I feel good after yesterday's workout, guys. You're going to like this today. It's a very challenging mat workout. All right, and come on up. Real quick stretch for the abs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. So, like I said, everything's done on the mat. You don't even have to stand up this entire workout. we're gonna be doing a circuit. So we have 3 exercises per circuit. We're gonna do them 3 times in a row and then move on to the next set. So by the 3rd time, you should really have the feel of the movement and you can really hit it. So we got 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and it's continuous. So really not much of a break the entire time. So I expect you to be ready to work hard. Okay, so I'm gonna get the timer started. The first thing we're doing is gonna be all in plank position. So I hope you're feeling good in the chest and the arms here. Okay, first thing we have here is hip dips. So alternating hip dips, you're in a plank on your forearms, and we're gonna be alternating sides here. So for this first round, I like to go a little bit slower. I'm not completely warmed up yet. I want to make sure that I'm not straining any of my muscles here. Still kind of loosening up through the joints. So maybe in this first one, I'm not gonna touch the ground all the way with my hips. I'm just gonna do little twists. And I already really feel these in my obliques. These are great for the obliques. And since we're up in a plank, we're getting added arms. Okay. Push-ups. So 40 seconds of push-ups is kind of a lot. You can come down to your knees if you have to, but I want you to try to push yourself to stay up on your toes. Are we ready? Get into position, and we're gonna go. Sorry, the timer messed up. So we only have 25 seconds of push-ups this time. That was my fault. So make up for it. I'm making them fast. Remember to breathe out as you push up. You can be on your knees, it's fine. Just keep your form and keep moving. Quick break. Okay, now we're on the right schedule. Now we're gonna be doing chest taps. So you're up in a plank, and we're starting now. Chest taps. Maybe I should face my timer. That makes more sense. I'm gonna walk it out, face around. Okay, chest taps. So tapping your alternate chest/shoulder region with your hand. Really trying here to keep the hips still. That is going to make the abs work a little harder. It's gonna even work you through the quads a bit here. A few more seconds and we're going back to those hip dips. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick little break, roll out those wrists. And we're down our forearm plank, twisting around. And hit it. Gonna go a little faster and have a little bit bigger range of motion this time. Tapping it out. I would tell you a fun story, but you know I'm gonna get out of breath when we do the push-ups, and that's coming up. So I'll hold all of my exciting life news for later. And just to let you know, nothing's really that exciting, so don't get your hopes up. Okay, push-ups. This time I'm gonna try wide arm push-ups, just to switch it up a little bit. So I'm gonna have my arms wider than the mat. All right, there it is. To make push-ups a little easier, you can always widen your feet a little bit as well. It's gonna help with your balance. Really blow out that air on your way up. A few more, guys. I know you can do it. I'm saying that mostly for myself. And there's the timer. Chest taps. Here we go. Tapping it out. So let's see, we did some fun things this week. Everyone everyone had to go to different little workshops, and I went to this cardiac imaging workshop, so we got to see an echocardiogram being performed. And one of our classmates, actually, lucky guy, got to see his heart. So that was neat. You get to look at all the 4 chambers of the heart. Echocardiogram is just ultrasound of the heart, by the way. And you can look at all the heart valves. You can measure stroke volume. So it's a great diagnostic tool. I also went to an ophthalmology workshop, which was super cool. I don't know too much about ophthalmology, but I'm a little interested in everything, so I thought I'd check it out. Plus, I have a very special someone in my life who happens to be an ophthalmologist, so I wanted to be able to hold my own in conversations about the eyeball. I still can't, but at least I'm showing some interest. And it was so cool. We got to use something called a slit lamp to look at each other's corneas. So it like zooms really close into your eye and you can look at different angles. And then we got to use this kind of video game version of ophthalmoscope. So looking into this like robot's eyes, and you get to find all of these different pathologies. I'm gonna do tricep push-ups, and I'm gonna do these on my knees this time because tricep push-ups are hard AF. You can do these up on your toes if you want. Anyways, so it's kind of like a video game. You look into the robot's eyes, and it works just like a normal ophthalmoscope, and you get to see the retina, the optic nerve, and of course, they programmed in different pathologies, so we got to look for different issues within the eye. I found cotton wool spots and like little blood vessel problems. So that was cool. Whew, last thing, the taps. And every time you found something, the machine would like make this cute little noise, and it was very reinforcing. So super fun. Not even a specialty I really ever considered for myself, but now something that's definitely on my horizon. We don't really get much exposure at all to some of the subspecialties like ophthalmology, cardiology, urology. There's a lot of subspecialties that in medical school, even in your 3rd and 4th year, you don't get much exposure to, and you really have to seek out if you have any interest in it. So I'm glad that I, got to try something new there. My problem is that I like everything, guys. I have no idea what I want to do because everything I see I love. Except histology. I don't think I'd be a pathologist. Okay, we're moving into another set of 3 exercises. So we're going to start with glute bridges, and we're going to be kind of on our backs for most of this time. So I'm going to restart the timer. You know what? Why don't we do 45 seconds instead of 40? That's what I did yesterday. Let's do 9. 45, yeah, let's make it a little harder. It's only 5 seconds, but on some of these things, like one of the cardio moves we're about to do, 5 seconds is gonna seem a lot longer. So, starting here with glute bridge raises, essentially what that's going to look like is you're going to come into a glute bridge position. You're gonna raise one leg, and then as you lower down, you lower that leg. As you raise up, you raise the leg. So it's kind of a multifaceted move here. Oh God, my hairy dog legs. The planted leg is raising and lowering, or the planted leg is raising and lowering your glute, while the elevated leg is raising and lowering its entire self. Okay, ready? So we're gonna do one leg for the first round, second leg for the second round, then we're gonna do alternating. You'll see how that looks. So pick a leg. I'm going to start with my left leg planted, my right leg in the air, then we'll switch next time. Ready? 4 to 5 seconds, here we go. It's raising up, lowering down, raising up, lowering down, keeping your core really tight here. Rising up, lowering down, up and down. This is not a fast move. This is a move where I want you to have a lot of control and really feel your muscles working. By adding this leg lift, you are challenging your balance. You're getting a little extra work in your quads. Awesome, that was that. Okay, now we're doing tricep dips with walking legs. So what that's gonna look like is you're gonna come up, you're gonna give me a tricep dip, you're gonna walk your legs out, you're gonna give me another tricep dip. So you're just walking in and then walking out. Tiny range of motion here for the triceps. You don't have to do these big exaggerated exercises in order to see results. In fact, sometimes these little teeny motions are what make you really feel that burn. And since this is a body weight exercise, your triceps are essentially lifting about half your body weight here. So this is tough. Oh yeah. One more. Okay, this is the cardio move that sucks. I will show you what it looks like, and I want you to jump in as soon as you get the hang of it. So you're in a plank. You're gonna do a tuck jump, forward, then go back, tuck jump to your left, then go back, tuck to your right, then go back, and then you're gonna do a plank jack. Ready? So it's up, left, right, plank jack. Up, left, right, plank jack. And these are what tired me out so much yesterday. I wanted to give up, but I didn't. So you shouldn't either. 10 more seconds. Last one. Just kidding, one more. Went faster than I thought I did. Whew. Back to those glute bridges, opposite leg. So I have my right leg down this time. Left leg is gonna be doing leg lifts. Here we go, we're raising up and down. Notice I'm not really letting my butt fully touch the ground. Just getting like super close to it. So I keep this leg engaged the entire time. Whew, I'm out of breath. Sad story. We had a med school kickball game the other night, and I scored a run, and I was so out of breath after sprinting the bases. Oh my goodness. I tagged home base and just basically had to pretend like I wasn't about to collapse. Triceps, get set up so your hands are just right behind your butt. They're pretty close to your body. Then you're gonna raise up, dip it, dip it. Try to keep your hips up here when you extend those legs. I know that's hard for those of us who are bottom heavy, but you really gotta try to keep those hips up. If you're finding this difficult, you can just stay right here and give me tricep dips without moving. You can also always take a break if you have to. Cardio. These horrid tuck jumps. I did them yesterday and I was so happy that I'd never have to do them again, and look where I am. Here we go. I'm gonna start right this time. The key here is to find a pace that works for you and just stick to it. Don't slow down. Don't give up, because it really starts to hurt when you stop. While you're still moving, it sucks, but when you stop, That's when you realize how good life could be if you weren't doing it and you don't want to keep going. One more. And we have one more round of that, okay? So this time, we're doing glute bridge marches. So we're alternating leg lifts. Ready? So you're coming up, down, up, down. So we're just alternating sides. You can kind of point your leg at the top if you want. And I'm not raising and lowering so much here. It's a very subtle raise and lower with my hips. I'm more just kind of shifting my weight from left to right. Catch your breath here. Get ready for our next couple exercises. The cardio move at the end of this is definitely what I think is the hardest move of this workout. So you only have to do that one more time. Then we're done. Tricep dips last time. Come on. Dip it. Dip it. Oh, I'm getting sweaty. I have to wash this jersey before we play on Monday. So this weekend's gonna be fun. We have something called Wilderness Weekend that some of the students are going on. We're basically going to this camp and we get to learn about emergency medicine techniques when you're out in the wild, which is gonna be pretty cool. Combines like 3 things I love: wilderness, camping, and medicine. Except we don't actually camp, we're in cabins. Okay, touchdowns last time, come on. Let's hit it. Keep your weight steady in your hands. Feel the obliques really working as you shift side to side. You are almost there, come on. I know this one sucks so hard. One more. Oh gosh. The worst. Okay, moving on. We got some lower body stuff now. So we're gonna be on our sides looking all glamorous and whatnot. We have leg circles and then some fire hydrant kind of stuff. So let's start on the ground. And this one we're only going through 2 times. We're gonna do 1 on our left leg, 1 on our right leg. So only 2 sets here. So go ahead and get set up on your side, lying position. I'm gonna be close to my timer so I can hit it. I guess I'll start with my right leg up here. And here we go. So I want you to take your leg as far in front of you as you can, and we're doing little circles here. So bring it forward. That's gonna do little extra work for your glute muscles. And I feel this already, which means yesterday when I did the same thing, it worked. Gotta get those booties looking good for summer and feeling good and strong. That's the most important thing, right? As far forward as you can. That's what's really gonna challenge you. Whew. Okay, now we're coming up into a fire hydrant position, and we're gonna do kind of the same thing, but we're doing lift. So take it out to the side, and we're lifting, 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 lifting. Trying to keep it as far forward as possible. If you can't get too far forward, it's okay if you're kind of more at a diagonal, but you're gonna feel it more up here. Again, trying to stay strong through the upper body as well. We're not slouching into our shoulders. I do have my weight maybe a little bit more in my left side than my right, but I'm trying not to lean too much and put too much pressure on my left wrist. 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg up here. Actually, I guess you can have a quick break. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the leg up, and then we're curling it in, kicking it out. Go ahead and get started with me here. Trying to keep the leg high. Imagine your leg is kind of kicking over a little coffee table. You're not dropping that knee at all as you go in and out. Oh my goodness gracious. I feel this so bad. My supporting leg also feels it and hates me right now. Only a few more. Come on, stay strong. Keep that leg high. I know you want to drop it. Don't do it. Don't give in. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That leg gets a little break. Whew. I'm going to pause the timer just so you can kind of shake your booty out a little. Oh yeah. Whenever you do isolated glute work like this, make sure that you get a good stretch in between the legs, because my left leg, my left butt right now, feels it just as much as my right leg. So we did a lot of supporting work on that left side. So if you just go straight in to working the left side like you worked the right, you're not gonna have as good a form. You're not gonna get quite as much out of it if you just jump straight into it. So give yourself just a little bit of time to kind of shake it out, stretch it out a little before you shift over. Okay, I think that's good. I just feel like I look awkward to you guys. Okay, same thing going here. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. So again, we're starting with those circles to the front. As far forward as you can. I'm drenched. Whew. Take note of if you have a stronger side. Maybe this side feels better. Maybe you feel less flexible on this side. Just get to know your body. Start thinking about reasons why certain things may feel different, and if there's anything that you could do to try to make them feel more even. Sometimes it's just a day-to-day thing. One side just may not feel as good for one reason or another. Other times it could be due to stuff that habits that you have. Maybe you find that whenever you're standing, you always stand on one hip and have the other one out like that. And after you do that for days and days and days, that's gonna have an effect on the way your body moves. Okay, we're out to the side and we're lifting. So try to stand evenly, try to stand with good posture, shift your weight back and forth. If you do like to jet out your hip when you stand like a Sally Sass pants. Oh yeah, like I was saying, this left side feels so much harder than the right side because it already did a lot of work, right? So our right side is currently working pretty hard as well. I feel a lot lower on this side. You know, and I'm working as hard as I can to try to keep it even, to try to keep going. Little break. And we got those tabletop curly deals. Ready? Take it up. We're curling in, kicking it out. High as you can here. That's where you're going to get the benefits. And just being up on this position, your hands and knees like this, you're getting kind of a sly, sneaky little core workout as well. And your shoulders are working. So being up in this position is good for your whole body. If you do find it hurting though, you can always come down here, for a little break if your shoulders feel weak or start to cramp up. Trying to talk through the pain. Oh my gosh. Oh, cute, cute walking dog outside. Little puppy. Did it ring? It already rung. I kept going. Okay, guys. That was that. Now we're going to end with strictly core. And then we're going to cool down. I feel like my hair is crazy. And then you get to go. Actually feels a little easier today than yesterday. Okay. Let's restart this. So for our core, again, we have 3 exercises. We're going to start with just classic leg lifts. Then we're going to go into these kind of froggy suitcases. Just follow along with my body. And we're going to finish up with Russian twists. So getting obliques, getting core, hip flexors, and then we stretch. So 3 exercises, 3 rounds, about 9 minutes total. Here we go. Leg lifts. If you want to make it easier, you can sit on your hands here. We're going up and down, up and down. And I say make it easier, it does make it easier. It also helps to keep your lower back on the floor though. So unless you really do feel comfortable and you know that your form is good, it's pretty good to sit on your hands. If you feel strong enough, you can have your hands out here. But again, make sure that you're not rocking too much. Make sure that you have contact on your lower back with the floor the whole time. It's going to protect your back. Okay. Froggy suitcases look like this. You're in, you're pushing out. So you have your feet together, your toes and your heels, kind of like a ballerina. Then you're pushing out. So frog to ballerina. And I just do my hands too because it's kind of fun. Works your chest a little. Push it out. In, push it out. If this is too hard for you, you can have your hands back like this and just do the legs. If that's too hard for you, you can have your legs done like this and just do the arms. So this is the easiest way to do it. This is the intermediate way to do it. And then this is the challenging way to do it. So pick your poison. Whatever you do, keep moving. We're almost done with this workout. Okay, and our final exercise, Russian twists. You can always do these with a weight if you want. I don't have a weight nearby, so I ain't doing that. We're twisting, twisting. Legs can be either up or they can be down on the floor. It's just a little bit easier with it down on the floor. Honestly, if you're doing this exercise correctly, you're really focusing more on your obliques than in your hip flexors. So sometimes I like to take a break from holding my legs up and being like this badass who always chooses the most challenging option and keep my legs down so I really focus more through the waistline than on my hip flexors and keeping my legs out. Because we're really trying to work our core here. We don't need to get too much into the hip flexors because they really start to get tight. And I want to get nice big twists. Okay, leg lifts. Round 2. This time you can make them scissors if you'd like. So alternating. Alternating. This feels nice. You can speed it up a little bit to make it a little harder. If you are going fast though, make sure that you're not just flailing around. This still needs to be controlled. Anyone else's hip pop, like every time they do this? Mine, I can like feel it reverberating through my entire body. It's a bit concerning. I get a little concerned about my joints sometimes. I feel like I'm aging prematurely. Because of that, I've actually, this is just my own crazy mind, but I really do feel like some of my joints, particularly my knees, I have a popliteal cyst on the back of my left knee, I got it like over 2 years ago and I still haven't gotten it checked out. And even if I did, I don't think there's much they can do to fix it, but I do wonder sometimes if there was an associated like, meniscal tear or something when it happened, because my knee has never really been the same since I injured it. And because of that, I have definitely altered my exercise regime. I don't run quite as much, just kind of a good excuse not to run so much. And I really make sure to listen to my body and take breaks when I can feel the cyst filling up and putting pressure on my muscles. And while that sounds like, I don't know, kind of a cop-out, I think it's a good lesson to just always be aware of what's going on in your body and not be afraid to make adjustments as you grow, as you change, as you find new interests in life. It's okay to switch it up and to not be afraid of, you know, toning it back a little bit every once in a while. That being said, I should go to the doctor eventually. I have my feet down again, really trying to get back far and work through my waistline. 3, 2, 1, and just like that, we're on our last round. Leg lifts, final time. This time, if you'd like, you can add a reverse crunch. So you can come up, reverse crunch, and lower. So when you're doing your reverse crunch, try hard to just go up instead of rocking back. That's where the lower ab work comes in. Rocking back really just kind of uses your momentum and doesn't give you that much extra work. So of course you're going to go back a little bit just because your spine curves in a C position or a C kind of movement as you're doing this. But try not to rock here. Oh yeah, if you want to feel those abs, you do a couple of these. Froggy suitcases, last time. I got 3, 2, 1. Push it out, come in. You can increase that range of motion a little bit here. Challenge yourself, see how far back you can go. And it's okay if you fall a little. You're not going far, we're on a mat. It's March Madness. Try to challenge yourself to get to that point where it's like, oh my gosh, can I even get back up? This is a nice exercise. It really is hard on that core. Challenges your balance. You get a little stretch through the inner thighs as you bring the heels up into your body. And you feel a nice long stretch as well as you point the toes. Okay, last round, Russian twist. This time I am going to keep my legs up, or I'm going to try. Try to keep them up and get my big twists in. Here we go. Final round. Speed it up a little bit. Just stretch after this. Over halfway, come on. Keep it up. Big twists. Everything goes a lot slower when you can see the countdown. I liked facing the other way better. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oi! Oh, my abs. Your abs are going to be sore tomorrow. And if they're not, then you're just super tough. Okay, I'm going to lie back nice and slow. I'm going to raise my hands over my head. Point those toes, reach far overhead. Feel a really great stretch down the entire front of your body. You can arch that back a little bit to get an even deeper stretch. Think about what what you're gonna do this weekend. Think about all the hard work you just put in. And if you didn't work as hard as you wished you had, think about that too. And next time you work out, remember how much better it feels to finish a workout and feel good and strong about it rather than think that you slacked. Hello, princess. Come to mommy. Oh, hello. You didn't even appear in the video today. Oi, you didn't appear in the video. Now help me stretch out. A little butterfly stretch. Ooh, you're a good girl. Olive got to go to the kickball game too, and she had a fun time. She loves sports, and if the ball gets anywhere near her, she's ready to full-on attack. Aren't you? You're strong. Someone dropped the ball close to her, and within milliseconds, she was on it, like all four legs attacking. It was kind of funny. And what tastes good? Let's stretch out that leg. Ooh, feels good for the back as well. Again, my lats are sore, latissimus dorsi. So that's something to look forward to as well. I was trying to think of what exercise that we did gets the lats, and I think it was the shoulder tap kind of does it. Then of course the planks. I love when you get sneakily sore, when muscles that you don't feel super often all of a sudden get really sore. You're like, ooh, I need to do that kind of stuff more often. Keep everything strong. And switch sides. Here, lick my other foot. Oh yeah, this is the knee. Feel my cyst. Yeah, if I ever come up to you and tell you to feel my cyst, don't freak out. Just know that I'm weird. And it is cool. It really does fill up. It gets big. It's interesting. Maybe in third year I can ask someone to drain it for me. Or I can just drain it myself. It'd be kind of fun. Oh, down dog. Little yoga pup. Little yoga pup. Okay, let's stretch out those glutes. You can either do these down on your back or you can do them seated. Kind of like to do them sitting up because then I can rock my body a little bit, sway my hips and feel where it really feels tight, and then just hold it there. If anyone has one of those foam rollers, I am jealous. I need to get one. They're super cheap. I don't know why I haven't gotten one yet. But every time I do those, oh, I feel so good. So this is a good exercise, or this is a good workout to foam roll after. Switch. All workouts are, but in this one you're already on the ground, so it's kind of nice. Okay, it's a little overkill with the licking. Let's stretch out that chest. I feel good. I'm glad I did this a second time. I think the first time I did it yesterday, I just didn't really know what to expect, and it was a bit harder than I thought it would be. So I'm glad I did it again, proved to myself I can do it. And share it with you guys. Hopefully my phone's not dead right now. Sorry if it is, mostly for myself, because that means I have to film it again. Let's get those triceps. Where's your toy? Bring me your toy. Go get it. Go get your toy. Other side. So next week we start our new unit of like real school, general principles of infection, which I'm excited about. I think immunology is really cool. We get to learn about all the different bugs. And we get to learn about drugs, bugs and drugs. And then the immune system, complement system, which I learned at one time and I wish I could have retained because it is a lot. All the interleukins, all the MHC complexes, major histocompatibility complexes. Oh, lots of memorization this unit. Gonna have to make some good mnemonics. Some good flashcards. This is getting into your quads here and your hip flexors, which I talked about like way too much today. Hi. I'm really leaning forward. I'm kind of arching my back here to get a deeper stretch, and it feels a nice stretch through my core as well. Why do you always have your butt to the camera? They don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see your booty. Nobody wants to see your booty. All right, so that was our workout. That was March Madness. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments, either below the video on YouTube or on my blog, or you can even just send me a message about what you thought about it. And of course, I'm always looking for suggestions if you have any other types of videos that you would like to see. Other than that, have an awesome day. Bye.